Michael Wilson, Middlesex Cricket's disability head coach. Thanks for joining us. Let's start off by talking about the trials weekend that we're at. This is the third of three, I believe. Entered into that process 3 weeks ago. First and foremost, how's it gone?
I think this year's we've had low numbers with new players, but the quality of players have been massively higher in comparison to previous years.
Would that be your preference?
Now that we've got three quite good established squads, adding a small amount but high quality is the way we're heading in the future, yeah.
Good stuff. I've been up here with you today. Great bunch of players you've got here today. There's some great talent on show. Is it getting harder certainly with the new players that come, is it getting harder to squeeze all those players into three sides?
Yeah, definitely. It's the introduction of our second team has really eased that, and the fact that our second 11 can go and play in the same league as our first 11, when they're ready to do that, the team will move up together.
Fantastic. Michael, I'm going to talk to you about last season. It was quite a year. Obviously, you've been head coach now, I think, for 11 or 12 years, pretty much since we started working with disability cricket. You've seen a lot of change, but I guess this year it's coming to fruition and it's going to continue to grow. First 11 finished second in their division. Second 11, I believe, made the final, but unfortunately lost in the final. Super 9 side finished second in their group, made the national final, or regional final, sorry, beat Essex, who hadn't been beaten all year, so finished as regional winners. I think you can probably put that down to a fairly successful year, can't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's really much. There's like 2 games. If we'd have won 2 more games, we would have literally won everything. So if we'd have beat Yorkshire in the second 11 final, then we'd have had 2 teams that have won their leagues, and then 1 game against Hampshire halfway through the season, where we had 7 players coming back from Australia on the day we played. So I think it could be different next season.
I think you might be right. As odd as it seems, that game against Hampshire, where you had 7 players flying back, having just won the Disability Ashes, one of them actually rushed from Heathrow, I'm told, and actually played the game. And didn't he take a bag load of wickets?
He got free for 23, I think. It was, he's jumped off and he got his car MOT'd in between.
Michael, that's, I guess, the kind of commitment you need if you're going to succeed. You've got players literally travelling up to you from Sussex, from Dorset, from Hampshire, from Kent, from Essex, from Northamptonshire, from literally all over the country. You've got players coming to play for Middlesex. Why aren't they first and foremost playing for their local sides, and what is it about Middlesex that's making them come all that way to play for us?
I think firstly, some of the counties that they're coming from, like Hertfordshire being one of them, they've not got a hardball team, so they don't have a suitable offer for them, the players that have joined us from them counties. Other counties, the level of support that Middlesex have dedicated over the last 10 or 12 years is second to none. With everyone from CEOs to first day of coaching, everyone's told about disability cricket here, and it's just part of what we do.
I think that focus for the last dozen or so years has been evident, and you can really see that by the growth in the programme that we've been running. You started out with a 1 side, then went to 2 sides, then up to 3. Where do you see it going? Are you looking at a 4th side maybe in a couple of years' time, and onwards and upwards from there?
I think once the second 11 have reached a certain level that they can go and play in the first 11 league, then the gap between Super 9s and the first 11 is huge. So we would need to put in maybe a 3rd hardball team, and then maybe a development Super 9s team as well. So my ultimate goal is going to be 5 teams, but the second 11 have got to do their job first.
Absolutely. I interviewed Alex Hughes earlier, your D40 second 11 coach, and talked briefly about the trials, and I said it was quite encouraging to see a couple of other players from other counties here trialling out for Middlesex. Is that really the pinnacle of what these 3 weeks have been all about? Ultimately, it's about uncovering good talent. Are you looking more for local talent, or are you looking to poach from other counties?
Oh no, we've never approached any of the players that play for other counties. They've always kind of come to us. But we've got our disability champions clubs, so one of those is going to be at Ickenham, and there's 7 players that have come from Ickenham over the last 3 years. So it's working with the local clubs, making sure that those clubs are not only giving opportunities but giving the right opportunities to players with disabilities. They've got players that are playing in their second 11 over at Ickenham that have got a disability, so it gives you an idea of how inclusive that club is. It's just as one club. There's going to be 11 clubs across the county just like that, so it's
So it bodes well as a genuine pathway now from recreational cricket through to the disability programme at county level.
yes, definitely. It's from whether you're an England player or someone who's never played cricket before, we've got something that will give you an opportunity.
Fantastic. Well, Michael, we've already talked about a hugely successful 2022. We're in the midst of winter training at the moment, which is what I caught up with Alex about to talk about what we've got planned for the squads. What are your hopes and aspirations for the 2023 season?
To push on again and potentially seal that first 11 league for the first time. We've finished second the last 2 years, once behind Surrey and once behind Hampshire. So we can't keep finishing second, can we?
It's third time lucky, surely. Well, Michael, look, thanks ever so much for joining us. I really appreciate your time. Great to be up here with the squads today. Really cracking bunch of players, and good to see some new faces here as well. All the very best luck over the winter. We'll be back up here at Finchley and also down at William Perkins to chat to you over the winter to see how the progress is going. But thanks again.
Thanks a lot, Fletch.